I'm going to show you a video in just a moment, and I know that you've seen it a bunch of times. I know that you've seen people who do content like me, people who do political or social content on the left, do some type of reaction video to this video, and I'm going to throw my 2 cents into the pile if I could as well. This is a young woman who has a podcast. She's on the Christian conservative right, and some people say that what she does is just rage bait. Maybe it is. I don't know. But after seeing enough of her content, it sure seems like she's convinced of what she's saying is real. It sure seems like this isn't an act. And that's what I'm operating under the assumption of, that this is real and that this isn't an act. Let's watch the video and talk about it on the back end.
I don't see Christians moving into other countries around the world and committing violence that forces locals to cancel their traditions. Do you guys? In places like the UK and a lot of other places around the world right now, Christmas parades and Christmas markets are being shut down because governments say they are too dangerous after repeat attacks. In Germany, security for Christmas events had to increase after a 44% spike in threats. And at the same time, there is a global persecution of Christians happening right now, and no one in the West or even worldwide wants to talk about it with any urgency at all. Instead of fixing immigration or demanding assimilation, governments are telling their own citizens to give up their religion and culture. Why are we being such cowards? Borders matter, assimilation is mandatory, our culture matters, and a civilization that cancels Christmas instead of confronting reality is quite literally, it's choosing to disappear because there's nothing else around it, guys. You are letting yourselves go. They are winning, and it is happening around the world. We have things in America like Dearborn, Michigan we can look at, and yeah, every week on my show I cover there's new attack. Germany, Paris, everywhere around the world. And I'm like, what are we going to do about it? Are we going to...
The audacity to say, I don't see Christians going into other countries and forcing other cultures and civilizations to give up their cultures, their traditions, and assimilate to our ways while living in the United States of America is either the most insane rage bait ever, or it is a level of not understanding your own history that I can't even fit into my head. America is an example of what you say doesn't happen. The whole goddamn country is a living, breathing, superpower example of what you say doesn't happen. And that's before we even go back to the things like the Crusades and whatnot. Christians have been invading and slaughtering and forcing civilizations to give up their cultures for centuries. Centuries. You're still trying to do it. You're trying to impose your Christian will on everybody. Do I think it's right that towns are giving up their Christmas celebrations necessarily? No, I don't. But do I also think it's right that you're making sure that everybody celebrates Christmas, whether they celebrate Christmas or not? No, that's bullshit too. I celebrate Christmas, not for a religious reason, because I believe Christmas doesn't have a fucking thing to do with religion. It's a pagan holiday that people like you have hijacked. And now you're talking about you're being stripped of your culture. When have you never been able to celebrate Christmas? When have you never been able to say Merry Christmas? When have you never been able to get together with loved ones to celebrate Christmas? Never. Because you're not persecuted. You're just not. You're hopeful that you can be, so that you can play the victim and be able to complain the way the folks like you have persecuted over the years are currently doing, saying, hey man, we've been held down by people like this. I can't believe they would say that about us. We're now being persecuted. No, you're not. At all. At all. Especially in this country. You're not. This insane belief that Christians are being persecuted in the United States of America is so utterly detached from reality, it blows away some of the things that they believe religiously. These people have run this country since they took the land from somebody else, and they're complaining that, what, they only have 95% of seats in Congress? They only have 100% of the fucking presidents so far? 99.9, if you consider the fact that Trump isn't really religious in any way, shape, or form. I don't see Christians going into other countries because it's been happening for centuries. And folks like you have benefited from it, just as I have. You just choose not to see it. The whole goddamn country is an example of it.